friends and family. How are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell per usual on this good Wednesday afternoon. It is February the 25th, 2026, and it is currently 1:26 p.m. here in Detroit, Michigan. I'm about to be changing my intro very soon. It's pretty much going to stay the same except for here in Detroit, Michigan. I had woke up this morning and I was just laying down in the bed for a split second before I got up, and something told me to go and get my phone. Hi, whoever's sending me the hearts. Side note, a lot of times I don't see some people's comments. It's like I only see negative comments. So if I don't respond, a lot of times it's because I don't see them. And I can be on live and it says I have 0 viewers, like nobody's watching me. But by the time I end the live, it was 600 people watching. So, I don't know what's going on with that, but hey. So I'm not ignoring people or anything like that. It's just how they got my pages set up. People don't be wanting me to get comments unless they're negative. They don't be wanting me to get likes. Don't be wanting me to get views. But I don't really trip about it. This is just my digital diary where I come to express myself. I was having the same issues on Facebook. I'll be at 50,000 views. 50,000 views. But they'll make it seem like nobody watched none of my content. But why is 50,000 viewers on my page every month if nobody's watching my content? So that's just a side note, just to let you guys know that I don't be ignoring y'all. A lot of the times I don't see it, and when I read the comments, y'all can see they be negative comments. So it's like people filter out what they want me to see. It also be saying that I have a moderator and I don't have a moderator. And when I go to my settings to check and see if I have a moderator, it clearly says I don't have a moderator, which I shouldn't have anyway because this is my page. The Facebook page was my page. I'm the administrator. So in order to make you a moderator, you have to go through me. But I guess people think I'm dumb. So anyway, that's why I don't be tripping on views and stuff like that, because you just got to make it make sense. I know people watch my channel. The proof is in the pudding. They don't be wanting me to know that people be watching me. I don't know for what, to break my self-esteem or whatever the case may be, but the same people who do this, they copy everything that I do. So if you're going to block up my channel, but then I come to your channel and you're talking about the same thing that I was talking about, it's just basic math and making it make sense. But anywho, I was just laying in the bed earlier and something told me to just pick up my phone. And as I went to go and pick up my phone, I had got an email as soon as I picked my phone up. Hi, Justin. And when I picked my phone up, it was telling me, hey, baby. It was, I got an email about my taxes. And it was saying, that my taxes should be arriving, soon, within the next couple of days or whatever. But I noticed like about $800 and something was missing out of the refund amount that they said I should have got. And I know $300 goes to the tax program that I use or whatever. But I'm missing an extra $500. Well, technically, not $500 because I did the math. $475.90. So I checked my credit on the regular. I don't owe nobody for real. And the city, state taxes or whatever they would have took out of my state refund, I'm assuming. I go to check Macomb County because that's the only person or group or entity, organization or group of crooks that I owe anything to. And it was $500 the last time I checked, but for some reason it's $600. And it says that they weren't paid either. So that means that there's $475.90 of my tax money gone that's unaccounted for. So I don't know, I'm gonna give it a few days to see if that shows up to where my money could have went. And I haven't been checking for my taxes. Like, I filed them, but I didn't go to IRS to see what date they would be coming or none of that until I started getting the email. So I'm like, okay, usually my state taxes will come before my federal taxes. But I get an email saying my federal taxes should be here in a couple of days. And I still haven't received my states. So I then went to the state of Michigan's website to check and see what was going on with my state taxes. Again, because I don't owe nobody shit. And then it says the computer chose basically me to audit. So being that I got audited by the computer, I'm not going to get my refund as fast as most people would. It's going to be a delay. Mind you, I don't owe nothing like unemployment or anything. I think I owe unemployment something like 82 cents. Mind you, really, I don't owe them shit because unemployment owes me because they were denying me pandemic funds when I was supposed to be receiving them. Meanwhile, all these bitches out here that didn't never have a job their whole entire life was getting unemployment. But me, who was working like a Hebrew slave, was not getting pandemic funds. And that's why I say, like, I be watching a lot of people who came up off of tax money, off of pandemic money, off of SBAs and PPPs and stuff. I never got none of that shit. Everything I came up with, every dollar to my name came from blood, sweat, and tears. None of that shit. When I started businesses, whether I was buying shit for Lusty Lips or cooking for the MILF market, that shit came from me. And a little help of my bridge card. So, as far as using loans and shit, no. I've never taken out a business loan, never had a PPP, never had an SBA, never was eating off that pandemic unemployment. I got my shit out of blood, sweat, and tears. Out the mud. So, owing people is not in my vocabulary. On my credit report right now, actually, my old DTE bill showed up on my credit report. And you know what? I happened to check that today. And it went to a creditor. And the creditor sent the mail to 18539 Anchester. I haven't lived on Anchester since 2015. But I lived on Anchester when my grandmother died. And something told me to think about that. Like, why would they be sending mail to Anchester still? 2015 is over a decade ago. I've moved since then. So I'm like, I wonder why did they send my DTE information to Anchester? That don't make no sense to me. And again, I lived there when my grandmother had passed away or whatever. So I decided to look my name up because I do it on the regular. And I happened to look my name up. You know how you can do the little fast background checks and it show you your old addresses, old telephone numbers, your relatives, and people who you are associated with. So I'm looking at all that and it seems to be pretty accurate. The dates are off a little, but those are my addresses. Those are my telephone numbers. This is my correct name, date of birth, and everything like that. But then I get down to the associates. Mind you, I have a huge family on my mother's side as well as my father's side. But growing up, it was always me, my mama, my grandma, my uncle, my two cousins, and my brother. That was it. So I shouldn't really have no associates associated with my name. But I do. I have Denise Joyner, which is my baby daddy's mom. And I know why she's associated with my name because me and Mama D was like this at one point in time. And I lived with her at one point in time. So I understand why I'm associated with her and why we share the same addresses. As well as her father, Robert Joyner. That was my baby daddy's granddad. And they lived together, so I see why we are associated. Mario Joyner, Denise Joyner, Robert Joyner, Alexander Joyner. That's my baby daddy's side of the family. And again, I lived with my baby daddy's mom, so I understand why we are associated. But then I get to this name called Michael Steen. Michael Steen. And I'm like, well, who the fuck is Michael Steen? I don't know who the fuck that is. So I go click on his name and it gives me the addresses to him and everything. And he seems to live on 3 of the blocks that I used to live on. Anchester, this block right here, North Lawn, which I never lived on this block outside of living here at my brother's house. I used to rent the house next door. That's now Byron House. That was my godmama house. And I stayed in that house. I rented that house from her for, I think, about 3 months before I moved into a flat or whatever. And That was about around 2010, 2011, somewhere up in there. I was pregnant with Lily. That was 2010, 2011. That I used to live next door, where currently Byron lives. That's my godbrother. That used to be my godmama's house. So when she moved out, her house had got broken into, and she wanted somebody to stay in the house. And I was in the process of trying to move. So I'm like, well, okay, I'll stay there. She like, cool. Just give me $500 a month. Again, that was a fair price back in 2010. So I ended up, did you get fired? I'm not talking about no jobs. Anyway, so I ended up paying her the $500 or whatever before I ended up moving into a different house or whatnot. So I'm like, well, I wonder why is they listing a Michael Steen at 3 of the addresses that I used to live at around the same time, and I don't know who the fuck Michael Steen is. And then they had another name, Catherine Wright. Catherine Wright or Kathy Wright or some shit like that. And I don't know nobody with the last name Wright either. Spelled W-R-I-G-H-T. So those are the only 2 names that were a red flag to me. So I click on Michael Steen, and he has a list of aliases. And one of the aliases happened to be Alexander Michael Joyner. And Michael Alexander Joyner, which is my baby daddy's name. His initials are AMJ. So I'm like, well, why would he be going under an alias of Michael Steen? That doesn't make any sense to me. But again, we have 3 addresses where somebody is using this name, Michael Steen. Doesn't ring a bell. However, apparently this person knows who I am, as well as the Catherine Wright. This person knows who I am, apparently, because her name follows me from address to address to address. Meanwhile, I've never seen these people. And, sometimes they'll list your neighbors. Okay, that makes sense. But you mean to tell me every time I move, my neighbor moved too? That doesn't make sense. So therefore, it rung a bell to me like somebody's following me, but using my identity for something. And it just all went back as a red flag when the tax information came up like that and everything. And it just was making me think of a few incidents that happened, not with me, but more so with my baby daddy. And how, yes, it would make sense if he was using my identity. It would make sense if he stole my information. Especially right around the time that my grandmother passed away. Somebody is under investigation by the feds. And I haven't watched any videos on YouTube today. I started watching a video by, I think his name is Keyshawn or Keon or something like that. I hate to mess people's names up, but a lot of people pop up on my timeline. And I only watched his video halfway through before I went to go and wash my face and everything. So, somebody is getting investigated. But it's because somebody's been stealing money from me. But I've been talking about that anyway since 2020. But this is going back to 2010. This is going back to 2014 when my grandmother passed away. And things like that. So it's just making me think of people and that I knew and stuff, and who my baby daddy was affiliated with, and how he was affiliated with different people, and they worked at the law office and this, that, and the other. And it's just telling me like somebody is about to go down real bad for stealing your identity. And I remember in 2017 I said I was going to bring down the whole organization in the city of Detroit because somebody was stealing my money. That was in 2017. I made a Facebook status about it and everything. And then around 2018, 2019, my PNC bank account got hacked while I was at an interview for AdvisorCare. And again, just thinking about the people who were affiliated, it just makes so much sense to me. About all these people bullying me, stealing from me, using my identity and shit. And they're angry at me because somebody's under investigation. But how are you going to be angry at me because you stole my shit? I'm hearing somebody's last name is Hood, like the hood, Hood. Somebody's last name is Hood. And I don't know nobody with the last name Hood except one person. His name was Terrell Hood. I went to Southfield Lathrop with him. or whatever. And I haven't seen him in years, actually, probably since around like 2010, 2011, 2012, somewhere up in there. And for some reason, I'm just hearing the last name Hood. And I'm only mentioning him because he's the only person that I know with the last name Hood. But somebody is under investigation by the feds. And speaking of, the last time I knew him, talked to him, and spoke to him, which again is over 15 years ago, he was in jail. For some shit, I don't even fucking remember or know. So that's that. But I'm hearing it's a lot of people who, from my past, who worked together to steal from me, which I already knew that. But I'm hearing they've been stealing way longer than I knew. See, I just started noticing people were stealing from me around 2017, 2016, 2017, up in there. And I really started talking about it in 2020. But I'm hearing like, no, people been stealing from you back since 2010. And it's just bringing me to the time that I went to go to Greg's Pizza off of 7 Mile in Livernois. And this lady was randomly in a pizza place ordering her some food. And I was waiting on my kid's pizza to get done. And she was like, she came up to me, you need to make your Facebook page public. And I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, I be going through so much. That's why my Facebook page is private. She like, no, you're supposed to be getting monetized. You are. Mind you, this is a complete stranger who I've never seen before that is just randomly sitting next to me at Greg's Pizza. So she like, no, you supposed to be getting monetized. Like, you supposed to have money. And she like, you need to make your page public because it be people that be looking for you. And she was like, she randomly started telling me about her husband that had recently passed away. She said his leg was amputated. His leg got amputated at Henry Ford Hospital. And I'm like, oh, okay. She was like, but I feel like Henry Ford Hospital killed my husband. And I was like, you know what, ma'am? Henry Ford Hospital killed my mama too. And she gets to going on telling me about how her husband died or whatever. She was like, and then I contacted a lawyer, Thurswell Law Firm in Southfield. And I'm like, that's the lawyer that me and my grandma went to when they killed my mama. And she was like, yeah, they took on his case. They said I had a real good chance of winning. And then after about 3 months, they said that they didn't want the case no more. And I'm like, that's the same thing that happened to my mama. Like, when my mama died, my grandma she called a lot of lawyers. Sam Bernstein, Jeffrey Feiger, all them motherfuckers. For malpractice and all types of shit. She was looking for any type of help when my mama passed away. Henry Ford Hospital would not release my mother's medical records to my grandmother, even though she was her legal guardian. They kept my mama's medical records for 3 months before they would release them to my grandma. They didn't even want to release them to the lawyers. We went through a whole bunch of different lawyers before we got to Thurswell Law Firm, who took on the case and said that me and my brother should never have to work a day in our life because Henry Ford Hospital most definitely killed my mama. So, they working on the case, and then for about 3 months, they eventually called and like, oh, well, we can't take this case no more. And my grandma was heartbroken. She was just crying, boo-hoo crying. And I'm like, grandma, stop stressing yourself out. We're calling lawyer after lawyer after lawyer. And we taking my mama medical files, a big box, by the way, as well as all of her pills and stuff. We had all of that. Taking it to lawyer after lawyer after lawyer just for them to take the case. And then after 2 or 3 months say that they don't want the case no more. Because Henry Ford Hospital was paying off these lawyers for my grandma not to be able to sue them for my mama dying. She got a kidney and pancreas transplant. My mama came home for 3 weeks and was rushed back to the hospital where she never returned home. She died in the hospital because she lived there for 3 months. Okay? I'm hearing death in numbers. Death by the numbers. She got a kidney and pancreas transplant. First of all, she missed the first call for it. She missed the second call for it. She finally got the third call to go and get her kidney and pancreas transplant. Mind you, she had a rare blood type. My mama was getting a kidney transplant because her kidneys had failed, which is why she was on dialysis. And she was getting a pancreas transplant so that she no longer had to take insulin for diabetes. She got both transplants done and instantly got sick. Soon as she got the transplants, my mama instantly got sick. She was better off going to dialysis. Her skin got dark as fuck. She started getting lesions. She started having all type of complications, all types of shit. So we ended up having to rush her to the hospital. Again, 3 weeks after she had her transplant. She then lived in the hospital 3 months till she died. And then It took the lawyers 3 months of working on her case to figure out, oh, well, we can't help you guys. And it's like, no, something about that is not right. And my grandma was even saying it before she passed away. Like, I feel like the hospital paid off all the lawyers not to help us. Like, it's no, she like, I know they killed my daughter. My grandma was heartbroken when my mama passed away. But, and so was I, because that was my best friend. I was so heartbroken that I couldn't cry. Like, when my mama died, I was not dropping no tears. I was, like, shocked and in denial. Everybody else was around me was crying. And I was just like, who mama died? My mama died. I know my mama ain't died. Mind you, I'm a 14-year-old girl. This is my best friend that we're talking about, as well as my mama. So I'm like, again, who mama died? Because I know damn well my mama ain't died. Mind you, I'm watching them give her CPR on her deathbed. I watched her take her last breath and her eyes popped the fuck open. But you still couldn't tell me my mama fucking died. So after we go to so many lawyers, I'm like, Grandma, just stop. Like, I'm tired. Mind you, my grandma couldn't read. So I have to go to all these lawyer appointments. I'm tired of writing stuff. I'm tired of explaining what happened to my mama. I'm fucking tired. I'm sick of this shit. I don't even care about the money no more. My mama gone. Fuck the fucking money. But this lady, she's randomly a stranger, randomly talking to me in the pizza place. And she like, no, that same law firm, they probably looking for you. She like, you need to do some research. Like, they probably looking for you. But they turned down my mama case. And I'm hearing right now class action lawsuit. I'm hearing I'm about to get a class action lawsuit. But this shit gonna be payback for all the times that I was due a lawsuit. So anyway, it's something about that. And it's something about stolen identity and somebody stealing a lawsuit that I should have received. A payout that I should have received. And it was somebody very close to me. My ancestors wanted me to know that. And I'm hearing the funeral homes as well stole some money. And I'm hearing you cannot trust funeral homes all the time. Mind you, I know how to read. And I was, when my grandmother passed away, I planned my grandma's funeral by myself. Nobody was helping me. My granddad from my dad's side came with me one time. And you know, he was just saying that he wanted to support me because he knew that my mama had died, my grandmother had died, confirmation, and my daddy wasn't in my life. So my granddad knew I didn't have nobody. So he like, Aaliyah, you shouldn't be doing everything by yourself. And mind you, when my grandma died, I believe I was May, June, July, August. I was 7 months pregnant when my grandma died. I'm going to the funeral home by myself. Going to the grave site by myself. Picking out the casket. I'm doing every motherfucking thing by myself. By my motherfucking self. And these are the same bitches who thought that they should steal from me. Mind you, when my grandma was sick, I was taking care of my grandma by my fucking self. Even though my uncle was living there and shit. She was calling me all the time. Oh, Aaliyah, I need you to do this. Aaliyah, I need you to do that. It's a bird right here. You see that bird? That was just sitting right there. I say, when my mama died, birds always come sit at the window. And I'm talking about my mama right now as a bird at the window. But anyway, did you just say that bird, Mally? But anyway, I was doing everything by myself. My grandma's legs amputated, I'm going to the hospital. I'm sitting through the surgeries. Mind you, surgeries be starting at 4, 5 in the morning. I'm taking her to the surgeries. We get back home, she got 2 legs gone. I'm still being a CNA. I ain't even on the clock. I'm not getting paid for this shit or nothing. And I ain't care to get paid. That's my fucking grandma. She took care of me, so I'm going to take care of her. Even in the midst of having my children, I'm still taking care of my grandma. Going to the rehabilitation centers, they know my name. Hey, Aaliyah, you coming to check on your grandma? Yes. When that baby coming out? You look like you about to drop. It's coming. They talking to me like I'm their cousins, they sisters and shit, because I lived in that bitch. When my mama died, I lived in the fucking hospital. They used to bring me trays when they brought my mama trays, because that's how much I was up there. When my grandma died and she was going in between nursing homes, I had to put her on hospice, rehabilitation centers because her legs got cut off. They knew me by first, middle, and last name up in them bitches. But when my grandma died again, I planned everything by myself. She left a little book of where she wanted to be buried. I made sure she was buried there. What color she wanted to wear. You know, I got all the information that I could that she left me, and I planned her funeral the exact way that she asked me to. And it's bitches who decided that they should have been stealing money that people left me. And they didn't help me at all. At all. Mind you, when my grandma died, I don't know what the fuck my brother was doing. My cousin Kabir, she couldn't read or nothing. She couldn't help me. My uncle can't read. It ain't like he had anything he could do. He had just suffered a stroke. My mama was already dead, and my cousin Naya was in Florida because she said it was her birthday and that's what she wanted to do. She didn't give a fuck that her grandma had just died. And again, these be the same people that'll steal from you when they didn't help do shit. So it's something about that. My grandma and my mama want me to talk about that. Like, it, you know, you really notice shit when people die. Not just like, oh, the matriarchs of the family died, so now the holidays ain't the same. No, when the matriarchs of the family die, you see who was always a snake and a Judas in your life anyway, because they be the first ones ready to steal some shit. So it's something about that. I'm hearing the hidden wheels. And that's just like when my daddy died. My daddy died suing the state of Georgia. Everybody be like, oh, what happened to Gary's estate? Well, I don't know. I didn't get a dime of Gary's estate. I never got a dime from Gary. Not out of my whole life. Gary lived in Georgia. I lived in Michigan. Gary never took care of me. My mama didn't get child support. He never took care of me. So when he died, the least he could do was leave me a lump sum of money. I started to get to know my daddy about 2 years prior to him passing away. And he would call me and we would have good conversations. I would talk to him and everything. But I never asked him for anything. No money, no nothing. He only asked me for money one time. And it was only $50. I sent it with a quickness. He died and he never gave me that $50 back. And I never gave a fuck about it. Because that was my daddy. So when people be asking like, well, what happened to the money from Gary's estate? Ask your fucking family. It be the family that be stealing from the family. And then they be acting Ray Charles to the bullshit and dumb as fuck. So it's something about that. And I've been through this. And got over it. My mama been dead more than half my life now.
Mom, what is Cosmo doing? Well, I was just peeking through the window.
Looking out the window. My mama been dead over 20-something years. My grandma been dead over 10-something years now. So the hurt of them dying, I been got over. The hurt of people stealing from me, I been got over. But you know, some people, they get addicted to stealing from you. And that's how they get caught up. You know, a lot of times you don't get caught for the initial crime that you do. You get caught because you're so fucking greedy and you can't stop stealing. So somebody's about to get caught up for something that they did recently, but they're going to end up paying the karma for something that they did a long time ago as well. Is the message that I'm getting? And I wasn't even planning on channeling that. I was planning on talking about these fucking taxes. But somebody's about to get wrapped up for that. And somebody in the IRS is about to be fired and investigated. Because they tampering with shit that they ain't got no fucking business. And this is how a lot of this shit be going, you know, being brushed under the rug and under the table and shit. Because it be people who work in these actual facilities, IRS, insurance companies, funeral homes, DHS. These are the motherfuckers that go around stealing from innocent people. It's not nothing new. They're not new to this. They're true to this. Again, that's why it's organized crime. Pastors working with the funeral home. Pastors working with the insurance agents. It all go hand in hand. That's why they be able to steal shit. They be working with the doctors who be like, oh yeah, yep, I'll sign off and say she's crazy. You said you're going to give me $300,000 out of the insurance. Okay, not a problem. Where do I sign? The doctors be doing all this type of shit. It's organized crime. And this is what happens when they take $1 million life insurance policies out on people. Look, go get me some tissue. So somebody is about to get exposed for that. It's about to be a ring of people that are exposed. I'm hearing also the bank. Don't forget the bank. And somebody works at the bank. Somebody's last name is Mac too. Because this says Mac. My mama's side of the family last name is Mac. But I wrote this down, 311 Mac, the 4th floor, because that's where my son had to go and have his surgery at last summer. I'm hearing even that was a setup. It's like the hospitals, everybody working together. But I've been talking about this being organized crime. Doctors, nurses, the ones who drop shit all up in your IV and expect you to die and shit. I've been talking about this, but somebody's finding out. Like somebody's finally listening to what I'm saying, and maybe it's because that lady said I'm supposed to go public. She was like, "You're getting robbed," and now I'm on a different platform. I left my Facebook page behind. I said I was going to stop using Facebook February of 2026. I haven't been on Facebook. I left my Facebook page behind. Yes, I can still download the app and log right into it, but I haven't. I don't even get on it. I don't check for nothing. It's something about that. I'm hearing these people who stole your money from life insurance policies and shit are the same people behind stealing your revenue. Behind fucking with your content, your algorithm, your analytics and everything like that. They're the same people behind stealing your mail and everything as well.
Mom?
What?
It's a problem under your legs. Every single...
The puppies that's sitting up under me?
Yes.
I see. See, and the CIA is involved because these are my notes from cybersecurity. And it says security controls are essential to safeguarding the CIA or confidentiality, integrity, and availability of critical assets from potential threats. And my mama, my daddy, and my grandma name just happened to be on this page. And I was just talking about them. I didn't even know that. This page was just flipped down, as y'all can see. My mama, it's something behind my mama, my daddy, and my granddad's. I was about to say my granddad's death, but it's something behind my mama, my daddy, and my grandma. And somebody stealing money that belongs to me. This also says WellPath Holdings, which is in the middle of a lawsuit, another class action lawsuit right now. Somebody is having a class action lawsuit. And I'm also hearing Facebook, and this says FanDuel. This is all places that people been stealing my identity. It says Facebook, FanDuel, WellPath Holdings. My mama, my grandma, and my daddy name is right here in the CIA and security controls. This says settlement payments are going out October of 2025. And this was talking about Facebook, but I'm hearing no, there's some other settlement payments that are about to be going out because people are caught. I'm hearing, you call me red-handed, they're caught. They're caught. These are my business ideas. Then this is the New Testament. See, it's about to be a change. Yeah. It's some evidence and proof coming back. Somebody did their research and an investigator came along and did some research and they dated something back to 2010. I keep hearing 2010, 2010. In 2010, I was 20. Something took place when I was 20 years old that was people stealing from me. I'm hearing it's probably taken back to 2008. So when you turned 18, you were supposed to be given something. And then 2010, it's like you were supposed to be receiving payments. It just said settlement payments. Like you were supposed to be receiving payments since about 2010. It is now 2026. Like somebody owe you long money. Long ass fucking money. And all these people been trying to steal it. Stealing your identity. Trying to steal out of a bank account that only you are able to get into. And it just reminded me of this time, speaking of my dad, or Gary, and I was talking to him and he was like, Aaliyah, I think somebody using your identity in California. Mind you, I never lived with my daddy. I started talking to my daddy, I was 26 years old. He was saying, like, I think somebody using your identity in California. Blase split. And I'm like, California? He like, have you ever lived in California? I'm like, no. And I do my research. I always look my name up. But when you're dealing with crooked ass people who actually work in the FBI and in the CIA, they be blocking up certain shit. I was even looking at something today. Speaking of blocking, Xfinity had to block 2 different things for coming to my IP address. One was something about Roblox, which my son was on, I'm pretty sure. And then the other was about I was getting ready to dispute something off of my Credit Karma, and it had sent me to a different website, and Xfinity blocked it. And I was supposed to be going to Experian, I believe. So it's something about people blocking up certain things so I can't look up certain information. And that's what it comes to when it came down to wills, when it came down to life insurance policies and stuff. It's like I need to go somewhere. Damn, do I need to go to a library in a different state to look up basic information that I should be able to look up off my phone? But again, that's why so many people wanted to steal my phone, hack my phone and shit. And somebody is in Africa. I'm getting right now. Somebody is in Africa trying to use my identity, and somebody from Africa sent me something. It's like, do you know what you was doing when you was fucking with an African bitch? That's what I'm saying. I'm also hearing green cards, false marriages, and shit like that. And it's something going on with somebody in Africa.
Mom.
Hold on. So yeah, it's a lot of people about to get fucked up. And I don't think that they realize how serious this is. And you know, I have a lot of African people who pop up on my YouTube. They're content creators, and they have podcasts and things like that. I'm hearing they know who you are for a reason, because your name is universal. Like, people know who I am in Africa. People know who I am in the Philippines is what I'm fucking hearing. But I'm hearing because you're one of the richest people in the world. People know exactly who you are. However, they have it set up so that you can't find out who you are. But I already have a rich mentality. Even though I live in the slums, even though I live in the projects, I don't have a poor person's mentality. That's why I say every day I'm rich. And I know I'm supposed to be rich. So I don't need a piece of mail or nothing to tell me that somebody been stealing my money. I tell this story every day. But it's true. I'm hearing the governor and the government. Somebody who is a governor of a certain state is under investigation. Because it'll be the government sometimes stealing from you. And I was just saying, like, when I see that the state of Michigan was delaying my state taxes because the computer randomly decided to delay mine, it just was like, I'm so tired of Michigan. Like, I lived here all 35 years of my life and ain't do nothing but give this city of Detroit love. However, this whole city turned against me and worked against me. Another reason that I say I'm like Noah. Because it's his community that worked against him. And I'm not the only person that this type of shit happened to. That's why with Young LA and T.I. say, like, it's my community that's working against me. Meanwhile, they just mad that I'm telling the truth, trying to help them. It'll be your own community, your block, your city, your state that's working against you. And it's just bringing me to, that's why all the prophets in the Bible have to leave their hometown and go to another land. Because it be the people of your own community that be stealing your mail, fucking with your cars, fucking with your kids and all that, because they want to live off of you. But meanwhile, they make it seem like you the problem. That's why all the prophets in the Bible had to get up, uproot, and move somewhere else. Again, I'm walking prophecy. Again, I'm Jesus in the fucking flesh. Like the fuck I said. And all the prophets in the Bible had to get up and move from their hometown and their homeland, because them is the motherfuckers that was nailing them to the cross. And that's exactly how I feel about Michigan and Detroit. And the governors and everybody, the police, Detroit police, they know who the fuck I am. I swear to God, I will never make that shit up. And they know they've been stealing from me for a long ass time. Which is why they won't help me. When I call lawyers, when I call the police, when I wrote the news, and when I wrote the FBI, they intentionally didn't give me no help because the governors and shit is involved in this shit. Just like they wouldn't help my grandma. Just like they wouldn't help my mama. And just like when my daddy was about to win a big ass fucking lawsuit against the state of Georgia, they made sure to knock him the fuck off in the hospital before he could ever receive a payout. Because certain people, they don't want you to get your shit. Because they feel like you don't deserve it. It's a generational curse. They did it to my mama. They did it to my daddy. They did it to my grandma. And they trying to do it to me. But what they realize about me is I don't die. I don't get sick, so I don't have to go to the hospital. They was able to kill my mama, my daddy, and my grandma in the hospital. My mama died in the hospital. My grandma died in the hospital. My daddy died in the hospital. I watched my grandma and my mama take their last breath in the hospital. My dad, I had just came back from Georgia, and I had to go back in less than a week when he took his last breath. Again, in the hospitals. And this is a setup. And people be mad that they can't get me in the hospitals. That's why, again, doctors will try to lie and tell you you got some shit that you don't even fucking have. Like, one of my doctors tried to lie and say I had herpes. He was swearing, he wished he could tell me that I had AIDS or HIV. And I don't even have herpes. And they be saying like, oh, it can lie dormant in your system, but eventually you'll have an outbreak. Well, how come I ain't never had one? I'm 35 years old. Never had a breakout on my lips or my motherfucking vagina. So the herpes where? And I never been affected by it. I never came to the doctor complaining about no fucking herpes. So you just gonna tell me I fucking got the shit. And he told me like, you will be having a breakout. You know, you'll notice bumps around your lips or your vagina. Well, where the fuck they at? Because the only bump I'm probably gonna get around my vagina is maybe an ingrown hair from shaving or something like that. I don't have no fucking herpes, genital warts, or none of that shit. Never have. I don't even deal with cold sores or blisters or none of that type of shit. The most I deal with is my lips being dry or chapped. Herpes, bitch, you got the wrong bitch. These doctors will do anything. They be a part of secret societies. They be Freemasons and Masons and shit. Working in lodges. And this is how they make their money for real. So, it's something about that. Doctors, lawyers, it's a lodge of doctors, lawyers, insurance agents, and stuff like that. I'm here at O.H. Pye Funeral Home. And, you know, before the last time I've been to O.H. Pye, because my mama, she didn't even use O.H. Pye. My grandma wanted me to use O.H. Pye when she died. Again, my grandma died in 2014. May. I think my grandma passed away May 14th, 2014, if I'm not mistaken. And I used O.H. Pye Funeral Home. I hadn't been back to that funeral home again until last year, when my old friend Tobias' mom had passed away. And when Tobias' mom passed away and I went to show him my love and support for him or whatever, you know, give him my condolences and shit like that, the people who worked at O.H. Pye was acting weird as fuck. As if they knew me or something. They were acting as if they knew me. I'm talking about staring at me, talking about me, acting like I'm a fucking celebrity up in that bitch or something, because why the fuck is you looking at me as if I know you? And you're not saying nothing, because one, I'm not a rude person. And if you're looking at me, I might just say hello. But they were looking at me and whispering and like, bitch, where the fuck my money at? I'm here, you gotta watch these funeral homes, because they will steal from you. You know, they be dealing with the insurance policies and, okay, you know, the casket costs about $6,000, the flowers about $1,500, $2,000, and yeah, okay, and you know, you got a fee for this and a fee for that. The whole time, they keeping money from the insurance agencies, trying to make it seem like they doing what they supposed to. It's something about that. It's something going on about these people and how they about to get busted for organized crime. Again, city morgue, it be the city morgue, working with these funeral homes, these churches and shit. And my granddaddy is a pastor, and he's a Mason. And one thing my granddaddy told me, he said, Aaliyah, you gotta watch these churches, because a lot of pastors put life insurance policies on their members as soon as they join the church. That came out of the mouth of a Mason, of a pastor, of my own grandfather. You gotta watch them. You gotta watch these people. And everybody in the world not bad. Everybody in the world not fucked up, evil, and do shit behind the scenes. But a lot of people do. And they target people like me. Again, who don't got no family, don't got no support, Oh, her mama died when she was 14. Oh, her grandma died too. Even when my mama did die, I lived with my grandmother. My grandma couldn't read. So they like, oh, her grandma dumb. She just a kid. We about to take advantage of them. Meanwhile, I knew how to read though. Again, I took care of all of my grandma paperwork. But again, you would have certain insurance agents who would take that information. My grandma stayed up on her insurance. I don't give a fuck. If she paid her rent, she had Section 8, she paid her portion, and she paid that fucking insurance because she was sick and she didn't want me to be fucked up when she died. So my grandma stayed up on her insurance. I'm hearing like it would be insurance agents. Mind you, about 4 of my cousins work at insurance offices. They do life insurance. It be insurance agents putting policies out on people that they don't have no business, cashing out on them motherfuckers when they die, setting them the fuck up so that they can die and that they can cash out on them. It be your family who will fuck over you. It be your family who will fuck over you. Your friends, your baby daddy and shit. People who can get a hold of stuff like your social security numbers and things like that. And I ain't never give my baby daddy my social security number. But we lived together. Shit, I used to be at work. That motherfucker was the stay-at-home dad. It ain't no telling he probably digging all through my shit and shit. I'm hearing somebody stole a lot of money from your grandma. Your grandma left you a lot of money and somebody stole it. I'm hearing your grandma left you a lot of money and somebody stole it. Your daddy left you a lot of money and somebody stole it. Your mama died and that lawsuit that y'all was supposed to get where the lawyer said you and your brother was never supposed to work a day in your life, the lawyer stole it. That's why they didn't want to do the case anymore after 3 months. And then after them, nobody else would take the case anymore. That's teamwork making the dream work. Oh, yeah, you know that lady who came in here and she said her daughter died or whatever. You know she don't know how to read. Only person who helping her is her granddaughter. She only 14. We about to steal this from them. They ain't gonna know. It's like taking candy from a baby. But no. It's people like me who exist. And not only was I there to witness this, I could talk to the dead. Like my mama, my grandma and shit, they gonna keep coming to me in these dreams and I'm gonna keep telling everybody what the fuck they tell me. No, Aaliyah, we left you money. And I know, my mama died, she was only 32 years old. That's why people would say, you gonna be just like your mama. You gonna die when you 32 years old. But I didn't. I kept on living. But my mama was only 32 years old when she died. Again, I was 14. Nobody was expecting my mama to die. Granted, she was on dialysis and everything like that. My mother was a healthy dialysis patient. My mama got fucked up after she got the transplant. After she got the kidney and the pancreas transplant, she died. Before that, you'll go pick my mama up from dialysis, her husband will go pick her up from dialysis and shit, and we'll be on the move. Outside. My mama loved being outside. We used to always be downtown somewhere. Belle Isle, downtown, doing something. Somewhere we was there. My mama was cool. Soon as she'd leave dialysis, okay, let me go home, change my clothes, because sometimes she would have blood on her sleeves or something, because, you know, dialysis patients, they have shunts in their arms or their neck. Usually the shunt in your neck is when you first start dialysis. Or if the ones in your arm fail, they'll put it back into your neck. My mama sometimes would have blood on her arms from the shunt being in her arm. Or whatever. She'll go home, change her clothes, eat some food, take her insulin, and we out this bitch. It wasn't until she had that transplant that my mama got fucked up. And the nurses and the doctors at Henry Ford Hospitals told us, oh, well, she took a turn for the worse. Bitch, this is a 32-year-old female who prior to coming here ain't have all these fucking problems other than the fact that, yeah, she was on dialysis. My mama got on dialysis, I was 8 years old. I remember when my mama got on dialysis too, because she went to a routine doctor's appointment at her primary care physician, and he had called her back, which Dr. James Haney and all of them, Dr. Flores, them, that was my mama doctor back then, which is why that was still my doctor up until earlier this year. So he ended up calling or whatever, telling my mama like, oh, well, Miss Williams, I'm sorry to tell you, but I think you need to come back in due to the results. Your kidneys are failing, and I think you need to be put on dialysis. And my mama just broke down and started crying. Mind you, when I was 8 years old, let me see. When I was 8 years old, my mama was 26. A 26-year-old female, healthy as fuck, other than the fact that she had diabetes since she was 16, gets put on dialysis. Sometimes these doctors will diagnose you with some shit. Anyway, my mama got put on dialysis. I was 8. She was 26. She cried like a baby. But again, she was healthy as fuck, doing any and everything she wanted to do. Only thing, she wanted to work. But they wouldn't let her work because she had to go to dialysis 3 times out the week. So she resulted to getting on Social Security. That's how she ended up getting on Section 8. That's how shit got fucked up, because my mama did work until she got put on dialysis. It stopped her income because she got sick as fuck when they did put her on dialysis. She had to get used to going to dialysis. But once she got used to it, she was perfectly fine. That's how we ended up living in a shelter and all that type of shit, because she lost her income. So we had to live in a shelter for 3 months. Mind you, this is all while I'm 8 years old. I remember walking to school from the shelter, going to the 3rd grade and everything, getting picked on and all that type of shit. But my mama was sick as fuck. Sick as fuck when they put her on dialysis. So we living in a shelter. She's dealing with being a fresh new patient on dialysis. She only like 26 years old. She got me and my brother. The people at the shelter fucking with her. Well, you look cute today. You don't look like you need to be here. You got on some nice clothes. You got your hair done. Mind you, my godmama, who used to live next door, was my mama's best friend. And my godmama used to do hair. So my mama kept her hair done. She didn't even have to pay half the time. So just because she lived in a shelter don't mean she gotta look like a fucking bum. But they fucked with my mama because she didn't look like a fucking bum. Like, people would really want you to be a product of your environment. They would really want you to be fucked up in these fucking streets. But anyway, the people at the shelter used to be giving my mama a hard time. Basically saying she too pretty. She dressed too nice. She keep her hair and nails done, so she don't need to be in no fucking shelter. And my mama had a lot of jewelry. She had rings on every finger, necklaces, and everything. They felt like she didn't need to be in a shelter. They didn't know that my mama used to get her ass beat. That's another reason we was in a shelter. Like a domestic violence shelter. So what the fuck you mean? Oh, she gotta have a black eye up in this bitch. They treated her bold as fuck. That's why I say this shit is a generational curse, and it stops with me. They can't do me how they did my mama and my grandma. So they keep upping the ante. Well, we gonna make sure she don't get $1 to her name. We gonna steal everything from her. This shit deep. It's deep. It's generational. It's with the bloodlines. It's spiritual. And I break generational curses. I don't give a fuck. But the death of my ancestors was supposed to put me on. Because they died so I can live. Like how Jesus died so his people can live. My ancestors died so I can live, because I'm really the target. It's me that they want. But it's me that they can't get. So they took the closest people to me. My mama, my daddy, my grandma. And then they tried to, when I got of age and had kids, they tried to put my kids in the system. Take my kids and everything. They don't want me to have nothing. Nothing. But this shit deep. And it's spiritual. And it's bloodline rivalry. That's what I'm saying. Just like I said, I started this video off. I'm like, they was listing people who I never knew before, but they were moving with me every time I move. These same people end up on the same block. That don't make no sense. Why are these people following me? It ain't like they protected me from shit. Because people follow you so that they can pay the mailman to steal your mail. So you will never know about the shit that you were supposed to be receiving. The shit go deep. They stealing and they want to keep themselves out of jail, so they got to keep an eye on me. Again, I got to get the fuck up out of Michigan. Granted, I love a lot of people in the city. Detroit, I love Detroit. All 35 years of my life. Again, I lived here. All 35 years. And y'all ain't never did shit but disrespect. But that's because I'm the chosen one. I'm the prophet. Y'all stole from me. and I could sue the fuck out the state of Michigan, which I stated that I wanted to do several times. So they all teamed up to work against me. Oh, well, if she called the news and the FBI of Michigan, as well as the Detroit police, now we done put the Macomb County police on her in the city of Warren. And like, it's just too much. She got too much she can sue us for. And I do. I'm suing y'all for pain and suffering alone will make me rich as fuck. I was just looking up my little incident that I had with Warren and the Macomb County Police as well. And it was just reminding me of my video that I did yesterday when I said sometimes you gotta switch the roles. That police officer, he really made it seem like I was trying to flee from the cops. But if I was trying to flee from the cops, why was I calling the cops on the cops? He really said that I tried to assault him, obstructing arrest, and all of that type of shit. When he was the one grabbing on me, he yanked me out of my car. My daughter was in the passenger seat screaming, please don't tase my mommy, don't tase her, don't tase her. He was yanking my car door open, yelling for my ID and my registration, but my purse the straps was tied up to the doorknob, so you're yanking my door open. My door is open. I can't get my purse to give you my identification, stupid motherfucker. But you said that I assaulted you. I assaulted you. You see how you got to flip the roles? And then when I told my lawyer that I wanted to sue the Macomb County Police Department and Macomb County Jail as well as 37th District, you know what? The lawyer started quitting. Then they disposed the case. You see how this shit work? Bitch, you assaulted me. You put your hands on me. I didn't do shit to you. Resist and arrest my ass. And even if I was resisting arrest, y'all called 12 motherfucking other police officers that all came to help yank me out the fucking car. Me, one woman, had 3 different police officers yanking me out the car. Another 3 yanking my son out the car. Then when it got 10,000 views on YouTube, y'all blocked up my shit. Fuck y'all. The shit don't make sense whatsoever. Then when I get into the Macomb County Jail, for one, when I get arrested, y'all not letting me use my phone. The police walking around with my phone, my ID, my social security card, and my kid's social security card in his pocket. The police was walking with my stuff in his pocket. Set up like the fuck I said. Working with my baby daddy and shit like the fuck I said. And to sum it all up, even if I was fleeing from the police, which I wasn't, even if I was resisting arrest, which I wasn't, when they yanked me out of my car, threw me to the ground, if the police officer purposely stepped on my glasses and broke them, because I watched them. Mind you, my face was on the ground, so I watched his foot right by my face purposely step and break on my glasses. They were laughing. They were in the police station laughing. Like they had just did a humiliation ritual. But they tried to make it seem like I assaulted the police. And never once, out of all 20 police that was there, not one of them read me my rights. Not one of them read me my rights. And you act like you did me a favor by throwing something out. Bitch, you was trying to save your own fucking ass. And y'all thought y'all did me a favor. I said I wanted to sue y'all. Nobody wanted to help me. I called lawyers outside and attorneys outside of 37th District, and them motherfuckers, as soon as I told them my name, they did not want to help me. So the last thing I owe the state of Michigan is some fucking respect. Or some goddamn taxes. Or city taxes and shit. Y'all owe me. The disrespect. Then to have all these people working up against me and shit. Hiding debts, hiding money from me. Oh no. Class action lawsuit is an understatement. Millions ain't enough. Bitch, you owe me billions by now. Because I need $1 million off the pain and suffering, ho. No. Let's not even get with 36th district. Because that was 37th district. We ain't even going to talk about 36th district that was stealing all of my houses. Again, because the judges be people's cousins and shit. But if people want to talk about it, illegally, the Detroit police illegally going through my phone, illegally coming and stalking me outside of the house. This house too, that I'm currently in, but especially when I lived in my house on Griggs, them motherfuckers used to sit outside of my house. You can ask my old friend Alexandria. I was selling food out that bitch. I started selling food to the police. One day the police was outside my house being fucking nosy. His nose started bleeding. I swear to God, you can ask Alexandria. And me having a kind heart that I have, I was in the middle of selling food for the milk market. I got my roll of paper towel, took it out there, helped him, got him some ice water and everything. His nose was leaking on the side of my house. What the fuck was he doing right there, I wonder? I always joke and say, God, sometimes I'll be wishing you crack open the sky and punch a bitch. Maybe that's why the fucking police nose started bleeding. Because he was just outside of my house, not doing his fucking job, but more so harassing me. I will never make this shit up. I could never make this shit up. So, the Detroit police, the Warren police, Macomb County, Wayne County, 36th District, 37th District can kiss my ass. They owe me. I don't owe them shit. And when I was checking 37th District today and they talk about I owe them $600 for a case that was disposed, baby, please. That $475 that somebody randomly took out of my federal taxes, it better have went to 37th District because you ain't get... I don't know what you heard about me. But niggas can't get $1 out of me. Y'all not getting $1 out of me. Not me willingly giving it away, no. When y'all owe me buku money. Buku money. And when I went to 37th District, y'all purposely had somebody in there pretending that she was me. Me and my court-appointed attorney, lawyer, whatever the fuck you want to call him, Josh, was sitting there looking at this lady pretend exactly like she was me. She caught me looking at her and then she was looking dumb as fuck. She was in there like, no, they yanked me and my son out of the car. I got it on video. I got it on video. And Josh looked at her and I looked at her and I looked at Josh, who was my attorney, and he knew that I knew it was some bullshit going on at that very moment. He knew. He knew that my people wasn't shit. He knew my family wasn't shit. He knew that they was lying on me. My attorney knew the whole time. Mind you, he was the third attorney that I had to get because the first two quit because they swore up and down that I was irate because I was asking them questions. You see, they want you to be a dumb bitch. The moment you start asking questions, you become a problem. The moment you start speaking up, it's a problem. But no. They put me in jail with a whole bunch of fucking junkies. They thought I was a junkie. They had this fucking jail nurse keep on trying to give me medicine. Bitch, did I ask you for some fucking medicine, huh? Set up shit. But people would think that you dumb. Even when I got bailed out by my grandparents, it was this other man there. He was bailing out his girlfriend. And he was like, girl... He was like, you know, you about to be something else. And he was trying to get my number and shit. But mind you, he was there bailing out his girlfriend. But he was like, I want you to come with me. He was like, I live in Macomb County. He was like, but I want you to come with me. Like, I want to take you on a date. No. It's all this bullshit I just went through with Macomb County Jail. The police will pay somebody to come and knock you off. I'm just telling y'all what I know. So y'all can take heed. Because there be a lot of people out here that really, they victims of the police. Police brutality and police paying people to put hits out on you. And that's the truth. Especially these little teenagers. When they see these little boys who think they thugs and shit and like, oh, his mama ain't gonna give a fuck. Oh, we done arrested him about 10 times. His mama ain't give a fuck. She done been in jail too. Y'all said his social security number was what? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yep. We gonna put a policy out on him. We gonna keep harassing him, arresting him and everything. We gonna get him in jail. And then we gonna convince him that he needs some pills for anxiety and this, that, and the other. Or, we gonna tell his mama that he need this, that, and the other. And then boom. Here come Nurse Vicky coming to give him that shit to take him right up out this bitch. And that's what they were trying to do to me. Because why the fuck are you offering me pills? They was actually offering me this green liquid looking shit that the other people was taking. They were addicted to meth. Bitch, I don't take no fucking meth. I don't need methadone or whatever that shit is. Like, why are you trying to give this to me? No, I don't need nothing. I'm okay. I need this letter to get to so-and-so. To a police chief or somebody. That's what they wasn't doing for me. I didn't ask you for no medicine. Then they had the lady in there trying to get me to, when I get out, can I go pick up her pills? Like, y'all really trying to set me up in this bitch. The one thing that you can't set me up with is drugs. I don't do drugs. You're never going to be able to draw my blood and find drugs in my system. Never in my life would you have been able to do that. I've never been addicted to drugs. The most you gonna see in my system is some weed. I don't take drugs. So again, why would I need the police or the jail nurse to give me any type of medicine? I don't got shit like diabetes. I ain't got shit where I gotta take no type of prescription drugs. I don't go to the pharmacy at all. So what the fuck would I need a jail nurse to give me some motherfucking medicine for? And the one time after that, where I end up going to Detroit Police Department, and I did ask for a Tylenol, the Tylenol fucked me up. I never had a Tylenol that made my stomach start cramping so fucking bad. I don't even take Tylenol though. My head gotta really be pounding for me to take a Tylenol. And I really like to get Excedrins or Advil PMs, because when my head is hurting to the point that I actually want to take some medicine, I want to go to sleep. So I get the PMs. I don't take drugs. I don't even take over-the-counter drugs. That's what I'm saying. It was a whole setup. I never took drugs. So the one thing you can't do is set me up with some drugs. I ain't never been a prostitute. That was another lie that people was trying to spread about me. That's why now random numbers text my phone. Like I said the other night, a random number text my phone and said, I got your number from the guy at the gas station. I was working at the gas station. Well, why the fuck? First of all, don't nobody who worked at the gas station got my fucking number. And even if they did, why would he be giving you my number? It ain't like I offer no fucking services. So what the fuck is you calling me for? Or texting my phone talking about you got my number from somebody else at the gas station. That don't even make no sense. Again, like one of my other friends, old friends, called me. He like, yeah, hey, baby mama. What are you talking about? Why are you calling me baby mama? We don't even joke like that. Never have. So you joking like that now for what? Then you can tell when people be on a three-way, hold on, because I got to do this and I got to do that, but don't hang up. No. What are you lying on the phone for? Y'all don't understand how deep this shit'll go. Because people be trying to cover their ass because they was stealing. They want their rumors and lies to seem so fucking true that they'll do above and beyond. They'll go get a new phone so that they can still play on my phone. It's sad.
I love you.
But again, it be the police trying to cover their ass. The governors trying to cover their ass. The lawyers, the judges trying to cover their ass. The attorneys, the hospitals, the doctors, the nurses trying to cover their ass. So they go above and beyond with the lies. That's why I said, but it take real to recognize real. It take a real detective to actually do their fucking job. And again, they start paying off the detectives. Ask me how I fucking know. Like, can't nobody, the moment people be trying to tell me, oh, you should get a job. Bitch, you know how many jobs I do on a regular? Bitch, I'm probably doing your fucking job. That's why a police, a detective, the FBI, the CIA, the news could never tell me that I need to get a job when I do their job every fucking day. Better than them and actually get shit resolved. They just don't want to admit it. Because not her outdoing us. She don't even got a degree. She don't even got this. We can't let people know that she figured out something before us. We can't let people know that that girl got all this money. We can't go down for being the ones who stole it. So let's all of us gang up against her. They will definitely believe us. We got authority. It's a group of us. It's just one her with no education. Come on, y'all. This gonna be easy breezy lemon squeezy. No, it's not. I'm squeezing lemon juice up in your fucking eyes, bitch. You gonna feel this shit. Because I was mistreated by my host states, by the organizations that I was supposed to be able to call on for help. Those were the people who were stealing. And that's why it keep coming out. And I'm not the only person that this happens to. It's a lot of people that they do this shit to. But everybody don't fight back. They scare people into silence. Bitch, you couldn't pay me my own money to shut the fuck up. And that's what you will be paying me. My own money to shut the fuck up. Bitch, you sound dumb. You sound dumb. So every day that I don't have my shit, I'ma let people know what was done to me. And y'all be out here living lavish lifestyles pretending that you got that shit because of some good work from blood, sweat, and tears. Because you got a degree. Oh no, you got it because you're a 33-degree Mason and you think you got pulled in the court system. Bitch, you don't know what work is for real. You don't know how to solve a case for real. I don't give a fuck if you work at the news. Shit, I'm starting to wonder, do they know the news? Do they even know the weather, or are they asking Siri? The fuck? Because that's what these motherfuckers do. Get online and get answers from everybody else and then act like they came up with them. I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the news was getting the weather from Siri and Google.
Move.
No.
Move.
No. But me, I be out in the real world. Where I was, because I've been in the house lately. But I get this shit from, again, blood, sweat, and tears. Real life experience. The shit that I actually go through. And that's why I won't let none of these tarot hoes disrespect me. Bitch, I don't gotta watch your motherfucking tarot readers to do a video, hoe. When I live this shit every fucking day, copy you. Bitch, you're copying me. You're telling my life story that you're watching online and then pulling cards. When I live this shit for real, I wish one of these hoes would disrespect me. Don't know, I'm not the one pretending. It's you, honey. So you looking at me as competition for what? I can't compete with you. You're a storyteller. I live this shit. I'm telling my life story. You're reading it. It's just like a book. I'm the main character. You're the reader. You're reading my energy. I'm living it. I wrote it. It's a difference. Stay in your place. Don't you ever say that I gotta watch your videos to copy you when you watching my life and copying it. So it's something about that. Somebody's getting wrapped up with the IRS because I started this video off talking about the IRS in the email that I had got this morning. And I called the IRS as well. Somebody going down for this tax evasion, for money laundering, for bank fraud, stolen identity, stolen life insurance policy, stolen wills. And these are people, the people that's about to go down are like, they're lawyers, judges, and their children. Oh, my mama's a judge. I know I can get off. My daddy's a judge. He gonna pay somebody to get me off. Oh yeah, my uncle the lawyer. And my cousin, the prosecutor, we got this in the bag. The whole family going down. A family that prays together, PREY, goes to the federal penitentiary together. I don't care how long it takes to get an op back, says Nicki Minaj. Fuck them hoes, says Future and Nicki Minaj. Speaking of, a lot of Future songs was coming up in my reading yesterday too. Future, is you my husband? Is you my twin flame or something? Because I'm starting to wonder, we too connected up in this bitch. And speaking of, one of the first videos on my YouTube timeline today was Never End by Future and is that Kelly Rowland? Cause we don't want to never end. Let me find out, Future. I know you be watching me. But let me find out. You like my twin flame or some shit like that. And no, that don't mean that he's my husband. I'm here, but bitch, I might be. But that don't mean that he's my husband. It means that that's my twin. We can reflect on a lot of shit. Twin. Where have you been? What other song Future come up? Him and Tim's. Like, I will wait for you and tell her I've been looking for with a flashlight. He also got Cinderella too. Fez did a sweet. Stick Talk. I'm hearing a lot of Future songs right now.
Skinny, stop.
Like somebody be watching me. And speaking of people watching me and telling, they watch my videos and then make tarot readings as if they don't think I'm a catch on. It's a lot of rappers that watch my videos and they sit and write songs about me. It's a lot of people who write movies. They come and watch my YouTube channel and be like, oh, her life story is a good movie. Let's make a movie about this. So while people be trying to get me for copywriting, bitch, I'm the original. I'm the blueprint to this shit. Everybody else is copywriting. They need my permission. The fuck is you talking about? And I keep hearing it like, baby, you the baddest. Fuck them hoes. Fuck them hoes. Like, you on another level, baby. Fuck them hoes. That's why I can't sit and argue with some of these bitches who be trying to come for me. Like, I don't even gotta say, do you know who I am? Because you know exactly who the fuck I am. You trying to confuse me about me. But I'm solid as they come. I'm not fucking confused. Anywho, I love you guys. I'm not reading any comments because, again, like I was saying, only comments that get sent to my page are negative comments. And it be said that I have 0 viewers, but I be getting comments. It be saying I have 0 viewers, but then when I close out the live stream, it'll say like 100 people was watching. 600 people was watching. But as I record it right now, it'll say nobody's watching. Fuck y'all. But I'm going to tell this story every motherfucking day. I don't give a fuck who gets mad. This is my digital diary. I'm hearing Alicia Keys like, your secrets are safe with me. Safe with me. But bitch, my shit public. It ain't no secrets. I don't live a secret life. I'm hearing the secret life of bees. But I don't live a secret life. Bees don't even live a secret life. They be out in the open or they be in the honey, in the beehive.
Or they be drinking those things from flowers.
Yes, they drink from flowers. That's when they out in the open.
Yeah,
So, yeah. I don't live a secret life. My life is an open book. That's why, and I don't live a lie. I come on with my flaws and all. I come on in any environment that I'm in because I'm not a fake ass bitch. If I'm struggling, I'm struggling. If I'm going through, I'm going through. If I'm up, I'm up. I'm not fake whatsoever. Anytime. Fake for what? Fake for who? Do you know who I am? Fake for you? Fuck that. Hell no. So, yeah. Anyway, I wasn't expecting the channel that. I wasn't expecting to be on here for an hour. I was about to make me and my boys some tacos. And that's what I'm about to do now. So, you guys, y'all have a good day. I wish y'all nothing but love, joy, peace, happiness, abundance, good health, good wealth, prosperity, and all that good shit that us good ass people deserve. And just like myself, somebody else is about to get justice for all the shit that they've been through with the government, these agencies, police, and everything like that. Like, we didn't go through this shit for nothing. We did not go through this shit for nothing. And you still breathing too, so you know it wasn't for nothing. So never give up. And that's why I make these videos, because there's a lot of weak ass motherfuckers that be wanting to give up. And I'm here to encourage you to keep fucking going, pussy. Because who is anybody to make you shut up? Who is anybody to tell you that you need to roll over and die? Who is anybody to tell you that you don't deserve what's rightfully yours? You a fool if you take that shit. You a fool if you be quiet. I'm gonna get rich or I'm gonna die trying. I'm gonna get rich or I'm gonna die with my story being told. And ain't nobody gonna shut me the fuck up. And when I do die, it's gonna be hella videos for my kids to come and watch on YouTube so they can reminisce. And they can know that their mama was a fighter. And she wasn't no hoe ass bitch that just let anybody do anything to her. But they tried it. So these videos come with purpose.
Why?
So that my kids know not to give up. And other people too. And that when I die, bury me inside the Louis stuff. But when I die, my kids gonna have a shitload of videos. And they gonna sit back and listen to this shit like, damn, my mama was a real ass bitch. So yeah, it's deeper than just exposing the truth. It's leaving my legacy. And so my kids can have a blueprint. And so that they can remember all the shit that we went through. And they can grow from it. So, shut who up? Girl, you know how I just said I'm going to get rich or die trying? If you trying to shut me up, baby, you going to die trying. Because it's not going to work. Anytime I feel like it, I'm going to get on this bitch. Bonnet on or not, I don't give a fuck. This is my channel. This is my shit. My life story. Who the fuck are you? And you don't even got to be here. And you think you about to tell me what the fuck to do? I think not. But again, y'all have a great day. Be safe in these Detroit streets or wherever you may be. I love y'all.
Bye.